higher education. This is Real College Radio, true alternative music, 91.3 FM.
And now, broadcasting from the top of the skyscraper that is the Markham Hall on the Rogers State University campus in Claremore, it's Green Country's most exciting radio show, Free Association. And now, here is the Fort Smith Fireball, your champion of chicken, and your deluxe dueling DJ, Mark Lane.
Thank you, KO, for that wonderful introduction. This is Free Association, folks, and I'm Mark Lane, and here's what the show is about. It's basically about headlines. It's about jokes. It's about true alternative music. It's about whatever comes to my mind. A technique which has my station manager always on the edge of her seat. But that's what's going on Free Association. Coming up now, we have Ben Harper with Number with No Name. But you know what? The request line does have a number, 918-343-7913. Alright, that was Regina Spektor with The Calculation right here on Free Association. Before that we had Yves Klein Blue with 19. And before that we had Generationals with Faces in the Dark. All right here on 91.3 FM, and your face might as well be in the dark. You can't see me anyway. I'm just a disembodied voice that is, emanating from your car speakers, probably, or your speakers at home or wherever. So let this voice, this disembodied voice, tell you about the headlines so you can stay informed. All right, now I've been looking at, what's been going on today. The two big issues seem to be whether or not Obama's going to send more troops to Afghanistan. On CNN.com, I noticed it said he's not. But then I went to Fox News and MSNBC about an hour before the show began, and they said that he was undecided. So we'll take it from there. He's undecided. Then another issue that's going on is the Senate is currently voting to see whether or not they should give federal funding to ACORN, the grassroots type organization that help people vote and so forth in this past election. And so those are the two big news items. But if you're not paying attention to that, you'll definitely pay attention to this out of the Associated Press. The WWE, right? Vince McMahon's wife, Linda McMahon, is going to run against Senator Chris Dodd up there in Connecticut. Can you believe this? I wonder if that'll make it on pay-per-view, that debate. I'd like to see that one. She's going to run as a Republican, and we can expect that in 2010. Oh, okay. All right, then, this out of CNN.com. First rocky planet found outside of solar system. Great for the solar system. I have enough troubles here on Earth with tests and communications conferences and papers to worry about what's going on out in outer space. And then at this one out of MSNBC.com by Matthew Debord, is the family sedan over? And he talks about how the four-door sedan has gone more towards the appeal towards the younger single type people. It has the faster engine, it goes faster, it performs better, that kind of thing, instead of catering towards families. And there might be some truth to that. Alright, that was Hockey with Too Fake right here on Free Association. And just the word fake is antithetical to the theme and the mission of RSU Radio. Because after all, we're real college radio and we're true alternative music. But going back to that first one, real college radio, I have to own up on something, and that's obviously that Turbo was not hosting the concert calendar as I thought he was, but that's what you get sometimes from college radio. It's like going to the barber school and getting a haircut. Sometimes you get a good haircut, sometimes it looks like they got the weed whacker after you. Sometimes you get good radio. Sometimes you get Weed Whacker radio right here on 91.3 FM. But for certain, you're getting a joke. And here it is on Joke Time. All right, so let me ask you this. What's the difference between a northern fairy tale and a southern fairy tale? A northern fairy tale begins like this. Once upon a time, and this is how a southern fairy tale begins. Y'all ain't never gonna believe this. Yeah. All right, well, here we go. We have some Minus the Bear. With Houston, we have Uh-Oh right here on Free Association. All right, that was Metric with Gimme Sympathy right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane. Before that, we had Minus the Bear. With Houston, we have Uh-Oh, a request right here on Free Association, which you can make too at 918-343-7913. And before that, we had Hockey with Too Fake. Well, okay, yeah, everything's fake here on Real College Radio, sure. Let me tell you something, all right, about the music. The true alternative music, it's real and it's spectacular. Oh, yeah, you remember that on Seinfeld? You remember that one? Yeah, that's what that's all about. Oh, anyway, so what is this? Wednesday, of course, the hump day. So we still got 2 days to go until the weekend. But why should you look forward to the weekend anyway? Weekends sometimes can be disappointing. They really can be disappointing. All right, let's say, you're looking forward to Saturday night, and you're going to go out to a club or whatever with that girl that you've been talking to in class or at work, or you ran into at the store or wherever, and you're going to get to go out with her, and you know what shirt you're going to pick out, and you know the cologne you're going to wear. You got the car looking good and everything. She said she'll meet you there, so you go there to the club or wherever you're going to meet her, and you're there, and she doesn't show up. You with your friends are like, where is she? I don't know. You wore the cologne, you wore the shirt with the first button undone, with the collar out, with the cologne that's starting to smell like deli meat now, and she's not there. You wonder where she is. You get the text, and the text says that she's not going to be able to make it. She hopes she can get together with you some other time, so you're driving home in the middle of the night on a Saturday night, and you basically had no fun whatsoever, but you're making believe you had fun because you're dressed up nice, you got the hair spiked with the gel, with the deli meat smelling cologne, and you're making believe that you had a good time. Well, you can still have a good time by tuning into Spectral Voyages from Sunday mornings from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. right here on 91.3 FM, because it plays you relaxing, soothing music to get that mind to wind down. So I guess you can get up in 4 hours and go to church the next morning. But David Butler takes you on an ambient trip with mellow brand of music to ease your musical soul after a Saturday night out. That's the Spectral Voyages, right here from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. on 91.3 FM. All right, what is it? It looks like it's, dreary outside. That's how I like it. Let's see what the weather's going to be like for the next 2 days, though.
This is True Alternative.
All right, that was Stardeth and the White Dwarves with The Age of the Freak right here on Free Association, and it must be The Age of the Freak. Look who they gave a show to. Anyway, so there's this girl that sits in front of me in a couple of my classes, and I noticed that she's also from Arkansas. Well, I don't know if she's from there. She went to the university for a couple of years, real big Razorback fan and everything, and so we got to talking a little more, and she added me as a Facebook friend, and I was checking out her profile, and I noticed that the sports teams that she likes are the Arkansas Razorbacks, the St. Louis Cardinals, no problem, the Boston Red Sox, oh great, another bandwagon fan, and what the New Orleans Saints, what kind of a disconnect is that? So anyway, I talked to her about it today. I say, well, no, first I write her a post on her Facebook wall. I say, all right, so you like the Razorbacks, do you? Well, guess where Felix Jones, Ken Hamlin, Stephen Jones, and Jerry Jones, guess which team they're affiliated with now? The Dallas Cowboys. So, ipso facto, you should be a Cowboys fan too. All right, so anyway, I talked to her in person today. and we're talking about it. And I said, so how did you end up a Saints fan? Oh, well, you know, I suspected more the bandwagon thing because, you know, in '06 the Saints did so well. She said, well, Reggie Bush is my favorite player. All right, there's the bandwagon confirmation, I'm thinking. And because, well, my family's all Saints fans. In fact, I was raised to hate the Cowboys. She might as well have told me that she worships Satan. Don't you remember in Coming to America where Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall go into that club or whatever, and then they see that attractive girl, and she stares down Eddie Murphy, and then she says, I worship Satan. That's what it felt like whenever I heard something like that. Oh my gosh, what a complex. Well, here's the Agrolites with What a Complex right here on Free Association. The request line still remains open at 918-343-7913.